worship right now, we are talking about dreams. And 27 years ago, some people came together at a church and dreamed about what might happen with God's guidance. And today we have Jim and Marsha Witcher. And just tell us a little bit about how you came to Courthouse.
We originally were going to Community United Methodist Church out in Kempsville. Our children were getting older, and we felt like that we needed to get them involved in activities with the church. So we were going to Community for about a year after we had moved, and then all of a sudden we met Bruce Tuttle. And he encouraged us to come to church. We didn't know where we were going, what we were doing, and we ended up at North Landing Elementary. I believe Steve told you a little bit last week about the first service and what it was like. We had pianos that rolled. That happened to me when I played once.
Oh, the piano moved while you were playing?
It actually moved.
You were the piano player?
Not every time.
Okay.
He tried to talk me into that, but I wouldn't agree to that.
So do people have to come early to set up, or did you set up the night before, or how did that work out?
We set up that morning. We'd come in a little bit before the service started, and the men and women were having Bruce would have everything in boxes, and we'd bring it in, and the chairs would set them up on different rows, and then we'd break it down afterwards.
Did the church grow while you were at the school?
It was slowly growing, not as much as we liked, but it was making numbers, and I mean, when we started talking about money-wise, and the district superintendent at the time said, well, they had the Revealing Christ campaign, and said, well, how many, he said, go ahead and just build what you want. And, we got this Revealing Christ campaign to help fund it. And so we were having our dream, basically where the fellowship hall is now is where our sanctuary was. And basically we're up to where the mechanical room was basically what we had built. But we basically had from the fellowship hall to where our sanctuary was, and it came up to a budget close to $1 million. And all of a sudden, the minister came back and said, well, how are you going to pay for that? District superintendent, I said, how many people you have? And we said, well, we got 50 members, and that's like 15 families. And he said, nah, we have to regroup on this one. So that's what we scaled back, and we didn't build where our sanctuary is now till later on. And we just made do with our little fellowship hall.
And so was there, I guess the budget increased each year to get to, as attendance increased and money started coming in?
It increased. It was pretty tight. For the first year or two, like I was financial secretary, and we'd have, $100, $200 a week come in. That was our
for the
offering.
Okay.
Yes, our offer was coming in a couple of $100 a week or things like that. And I mean, the district superintendent, the district helped us quite a bit with the money situation, because I mean, we couldn't pay Bruce's salary or even pay a lot of the expenses. That's why we kept trying to, hold back on a lot of our building at the time.
And this is totally unrelated to the facility, but it is connected to the facility. Was it just steady growth every year with more people coming, or was there a season where there was a lot of growth, or that you can remember?
It was slow growth. I think after a while, I think we maxed out in the fellowship hall. We had 125, 130 people attending on a regular basis, and that was full. That was full house. And then that's what we kept deciding we got to do something. Our growth is stunted. We need to move a little bit in some other direction, but we couldn't afford to build anything, and we're sort of stuck between a rock and a hard spot. And finally, Bruce and Alan Peterson said, we can do it. And that's why they came across the deal about building the sanctuary we're in now ourselves, in which we cut the cost.
Oh, sure, because you saved all the labor.
Third and a half labor, overhead, everything was really cut substantially.
And so was a lot of excitement from the congregation, lots of people
Yes.
helping out, or was just a few people that were doing all the work?
Well, there's few people here, but we had different Methodist groups from different churches come in on weekends. I hate to say it, a few people as always carry the load, that did all the work. Bob McDonald, he did a super job of doing quite a bit. Very talented, and everybody else pitched in when they could.
And so you moved into sanctuary. It must have been an exciting day when you finally got from the tight fit in the fellowship hall, old sanctuary, and you moved into. What was it like in that first Sunday?
Just very exciting. I mean, to actually, I mean, we were still on chairs. We weren't on pews or anything like that. We still had folding chairs, but it was, I mean, I think we felt like we were in a real church.
So you went from the school to what is now the fellowship hall.
Correct.
Then you built a sanctuary.
Correct.
And then you built the education
Correct.
wing that is down there. Membership still continued to increase.
Yes, membership
People started coming.
continued to increase.
And you found the need at some point to do another build, correct?
Well, if you're talking about Family Life Center, yes. But actually before then, there were, different renovations. This area where you have your office was actually classrooms
Oh, okay.
at one point in time. The office was where the adult classroom is located. And then they did a renovation in here. The kitchen was added into the fellowship hall, the Family Life Center, and that was something that some people wanted, some people didn't want.
What were some of the reasons why some people wanted it? We'll go positive here.
More usage.
More
More
usage.
usage.
Yeah, we
Okay.
figured if we built we were trying to decide whether to build a sanctuary, use it one time a week roughly, and then it'll be idle, or could we build a building where we could use it 7 days a week? Have basketball for the community, dinners. You can have we have a stage, and we tried to I think incorporated quite a bit of most needs in that building. We have showers in there, people, and we have for people that spend the night over. We bring in groups and they could take showers or what have you. So it's definitely, I think it fit the bill for what more usage and what a sanctuary would have. I mean, it would have been nice, but I think it was a lot more feasible to have that.
So the sanctuary that you built was part of the original dream. I mean, that was part of the master
That was,
plan.
part of the original master plan we
Okay.
had.
So was there resistance to the sanctuary when that was built?
No, I don't think so. I think it was after everybody was convinced that we could do it and financially support it. We felt like, go ahead and do it.
But I believe that a lot of people we also had in the dreams too that we would eventually have a larger sanctuary.
Okay.
And that would possibly become a multi-use room, or maybe
The current sanctuary.
the current sanctuary.
Could be like a fellowship hall or something like that.
Or be repurposed.
Right. Fascinating that the sanctuary didn't have any resistance, so there was something about the original dream, but then when you went to a different thing, which was not a bigger sanctuary, but a Family Life Center, there was some resistance. So,
I don't think it was really resistance, just a matter of what would be the best way to go for the, for the church, more usage with, with the economical climate that's out there, where you can get more use.
I think a lot of people did want a sanctuary.
Well, some people do.
A more formal sanctuary. And I think a formal sanctuary would be nice. After several years, I'm not so sure that it's really what this church needs.
Well, and you look at the Family Life Center, you've got hundreds of people that are in
Right.
that building every week. Plus you talk about the homeless ministry that we're starting in January. And I heard that they're looking at maybe 80 to 90 homeless people coming that week, every night. And while the sanctuary is a wonderful thing, you have to wrestle with,
Right.
and I think you said it 1 hour a week versus, or 1 morning a week versus the rest of the week. But I'm not here to say which is right or wrong. It's just kind of
Right.
interesting. But I'm sure if you went from the elementary school and even the fellowship hall where you're setting up every weekend, and the sanctuary setting up every Sunday with folding chairs, it must have been quite a relief to have pews
Yes,
where you could just come and show up.
yes. That was very nice. Although I have to say, during your Easter and your Christmas services, you always and still have to to remember that you have to have plenty of folding chairs.
Plenty of folding chairs for the guests that are coming.
Right.
That's right. That's right. So, well, thrilled that you could be here and talk to us about the dreams and how they progressed and how they changed. New dreams replaced as reality hit or something like that. And
Yes.
so, Jim and Marsha Witcher, we are thrilled that you're here with us, and
Thank you.
that we're launching in 2014 even new ways to live out the dream. So, thank you.